So today we're taking you to Rijeka, Croatia. Welcome back to the channel. We're Kendra and David Lucas of Lucas World Travel, and after 7 days exploring Zagreb and Plitvicet lakes, we were excited to take a 2.5-hour bus ride west to Rijeka.
Now, Rijeka is the third largest city right after Zagreb and Split. Rijeka is not the most popular among tourists, but we're going to show you 20 things to do in Rijeka and also show you why we think you should add Rijeka onto your itinerary while visiting Croatia.
Now, one of the first things you'll see in Rijeka when you arrive by bus is the Church of Our Lady, Lourdes. This beautiful church has a unique striped facade, stunning stained glass, and Gothic arches that are worth appreciating. And one of the most relaxing spots in the city is the port of Rijeka. So one thing you should definitely do while in Rijeka is simply sit on a bench and enjoy the city view. We're at the Rijeka port right now, and the views of the city on the hill are simply stunning. So we decided to have lunch at Molo Longo because it has one of the best views in town. Take a look at this. Molo Longo is located right by the port and specializes in seafood. So for lunch we got monkfish with vegetables and potatoes, grilled fish in foil.
How is it?
It's really nice. Nice, light, pleasant, perfectly salted. It's very good.
This fish is very nicely done. It's fluffy and it's light. Tastes really good.
So not a bad view for lunch today. Next up is Central Market to experience what a local green market is like. We saw some fruit we'd never seen before and wound up buying some very delicious plums. So I've never eaten these before, so see a fruit I haven't had before, let's eat it.
How much was it?
It's only like $2.
2? Really?
We also picked up some nuts and did some window shopping at the market. Nearby the market is Theater Park. Take a quick look at the National Theater and the lovely fountain that sits in front of it. Admire the sculptures in the park before heading off to the main walking street in the area, Korzo. Korzo is where you'll find all the shops and street performers in the city. It's also where you'll find the famous city clock tower. This tower was built in the 17th century and has Rijeka's double-headed eagle coat of arms on it. When you walk through the arch, you'll be able to admire the different faces of the clock. If you're liking this video so far though, please like and subscribe for more. So this is how you travel on a budget. You just buy some food at a bakery for lunch and sit somewhere beautiful, like right under this clock tower. I got a Mexican chicken brick, which is just a crispy dough, kind of like a croissant with delicious fillings. It's really good.
Mine tastes like a grilled cheese sandwich, but it's not. It's something else, but it tastes delicious.
We also got a salad, and we're just going to sit and watch the world pass us by. And these are very affordable. You can see it, the price below. Now this old Roman arch is closed for renovation, but it's one of the oldest things in the city, made in 140 AD. Now these Roman ruins don't look like much, but they were the start of this city. And they do have placards up if you're interested in learning even more about it. Next up is the Cathedral of St. Vitus, which is right by our next attraction, Rijeka Tunnel. It's kind of spooky. So this tunnel was dug by the Italians at the beginning of World War II in order to protect the Rijeka people here from aerial bombings from the Allied troops in 1944 and 1945 during World War II. Now, the tunnel is strictly a tourist attraction, free of charge. You can walk the 330 meters through the tunnels to see what it was like. You can see the tunnel is made up of a lot of natural stone. So it's not like they tried to smooth it out. They really did just use the natural stone and pretty much just blast the tunnel through. You can see how this part of the tunnel though is more concrete, more well-defined, but it's a little claustrophobic in here. So the tunnel is still leaking and it just comes out randomly in the middle of nowhere.
So in comparison to the tunnels that we saw in Zagreb, Croatia, to the ones here, this tunnel is not fit for parties and events and all that kind of stuff. It's still dripping and moist inside. It's a little creepy actually, and it's in some areas it's getting more narrow, in other areas it's still wide. Some areas you can actually see the stone, the actual stone that surrounds the tunnel, but it's not a place I'd want to hang out. Yes, it's still pretty creepy. I think after 60, 80 years, that place reminds you of being at World War II.
Next is a hike up to some of the best views in Rijeka.
These are the stairs up to the sanctuary. Here we go.
Prepare yourself for 538 stairs up to the top. So Rijeka is built into the hills, so chances are, once or twice, you'll be climbing some stairs. This is really a lot of stairs. It might be about 200 or so. Just FYI. Ooh. Luckily, at the top, you'll be rewarded with a park bench and a beautiful view. Not far away is the Church of Mary of God. The legend behind this church is that in the 13th century, the barn that Mary gave birth to Christ in was miraculously moved to this location by angels. A few years later, Mary's barn was moved to Italy. A fascinating story that makes this sanctuary one of the most important pilgrimage sites in Croatia. But the true highlight and must-see thing in Rijeka is Trsat Castle. So we're up here at Trsat Castle, built in the 13th century, and what a fantastic view. You'll enjoy climbing all of the different watchtowers to see the unique perspectives each tower has. So the castle really does have one of the best views in the city and a nice cafe where you can have a drink and enjoy the view. So this will be my first time trying the Neroni cocktail. It's strong and it tastes like medicine. Not my favorite.
It tastes like medicine, really?
It tastes like medicine.
Wow.
I will not be ordering it again. But it's always nice to try something new. David's cocktail was delicious though, so at least one of us chose wisely. We stayed up there until sunset, and boy are we glad we did. Such spectacular views of the city below. So learning how to take a bus in a foreign country is always a little bit challenging, but it is worth it. We just bought an all-day pass at a local tobacco stand, so we can ride the bus all day for about 20 kuna, which is about $3. A very good deal to get to all the beaches we want to see today. Now, usually Google Maps does a good job of helping you take local transportation, but for Rijeka, no Google Map information is available. Luckily, we have the Move It app to help us navigate Rijeka's public transportation system. So we're waiting on the number 1 line now. Let's see when it arrives. Guys, look how pretty the water is. Now that is actually stunning. It's like a tropical oasis. And this is where you take the stairs down to the beach. So this is a very small but rocky beach that really does have nice water and nice views. Worth a stop. But beware, there are no amenities. There's one bathroom up the stairs, but no food or drink. So bring your own. It is icy, man.
Really?
It feels like Lake Tahoe. I thought it would be warm.
I thought it'd be warm too. Are you gonna jump in?
Now see, the real thing you have to think about is it worth getting cold like this? I never really know. What do you think, David? Should I do it or should we just enjoy the view?
I don't know, man. That's pretty cold.
My feet are already used to it.
Go, 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 go.
You only live once, and how would I feel coming this far and not getting in this beautiful water? All right, here I go.
Kimber's a trooper. Go for it. When the water's freezing cold like that, it's not easy decision to just jump in. But you know, it's one of those things.
It was like maybe 5 or 6 degrees warmer than Lake Tahoe, but it's still mighty cold. So once we swam a little bit out, it did get warmer, which is a good thing. Super nice view, except for that industrial shipper right there. The view is worth it, guys. So we recommend giving this one a little dip. Next, we hopped back on the #1 bus to go to Ploce Beach. So we took the #1 bus all the way out to Ploce Beach. And we're having lunch by the beach at Nautica Restaurant and Bar. And as you can see, this bar has a lovely view to eat to. So sea bass with a salad and potatoes. And I got the chicken and zucchini risotto. This is what we're really here for. The sea. The sea really looks calm, like it's a lake, but it's the Adriatic. It's like glass, it's like a mirror.
Hot.
This is better than I was expecting. You have to try it. This risotto is the bomb, guys. It is so much better than I was expecting it to be. Highly recommend this dish. So unfortunately, while we were eating, the clouds rolled on in and it looks like it's gonna rain in the next 20 to 30 minutes. So should we get in the water or should we stay dry? This time, David was the brave one who went out to test the water for us. So are you going back in the water?
I am not. I'm done. But it's cold.
So I liked Ploce Beach the best because it's a lot larger, so there's more room to spread out, and you have 2 different sides, so you can get a nice view of the sea, but you can also get views of the city on the hill on the other side. Also, there's restaurants available, there's a bit of music playing, so there's some ambiance, and most importantly, if you go into the restaurant, you can get a real toilet. The other beach didn't have that.
I like the other beach better just because the sun was out, had a better experience overall. No, there wasn't food, the toilet wasn't available. But I also believe that you should bring your own food to the beach because it saves money, and that you can pick out exactly what you want and bring that and have the perfect experience. Also, that beach didn't have the rocks on it. The rocks in here are tricky. They're slippery, and if you fall, they have those sharp little clam shells or whatever you call them that are on them. They get razor sharp, So you have to be very, very careful on this beach.
So we do recommend water shoes for these rocky beaches. Our next big suggestion is to do a day trip to Opatika. Opatika is a great day trip from Rijeka. It only takes 20 minutes by bus, and the buses go regularly on city bus number 32. You can take it from the square. The first thing you should do once you arrive in Opatika is to walk the Lungomare, or the seaside promenade. This trail is filled with beautiful parks and views. So this statue is the most iconic in Opatika. This is the Maiden with the Seagull, and it frames the city of Rijeka behind it so beautifully. Now this is a beautiful walk. And from this side, the statue frames the city of Opatika beautifully. This statue is a part of Jakova Park, which also includes the iconic Helios and Selena fountain. Lastly, be sure to check out the beautiful Angiolina garden. This park is filled with beautiful trails of bamboo and a walk of fame. All in all, we were really surprised about how much there was to do in Rijeka. This lesser visited town really does have a lot to offer the traveler, so don't be scared to add it to your Croatia itinerary. Up next in our Croatia series, we're heading to Roviv, so please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to follow the journey. You can also check out our Plate Pizza Lake video on the top there.